Sometimes you gotta make an announcement. Sometimes you gotta make it clear that I'm coming out. I'm coming out. This is such an amazing, awesome time of emancipation and liberation. I feel like it's truly exciting times because we're in a radical, revolutionary age where there's so many exciting conversations happening that it gives me goosebumps, where there's a coming of age and people are surrendering old ways of thinking, old ways of being, and old ways of functioning. They're relinquishing the bigotry and the hatred. It's an exciting time to be coming out. It's an exciting time because there's such a profound spiritual energy that is shifting us from simply just getting our house and our car, keeping up with the Joneses. It's shifting us to a place where we're conscious of the life around us. We're conscious of the reason that we're here. We're no longer into the old ways of living that no longer serve us, but we're hungry. There's a thirsting for more. You're coming out at a time when there is anticipation of your work. You're coming out at a time where people are hungry for what you have. You're coming out at a time where people are thirsty to find out and discover who their authentic self is. You're coming out at an exciting time. Can you just shake somebody's, I'm a Baptist preacher. Just shake somebody's hand and say, I'm coming out. 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 There was a story told of a man who he got married. And they were newly married, he and his wife. And she cooked him dinner for the first time, and he was so excited for this dinner. He hadn't had a home-cooked meal in so long. She prepared the dinner for him. She made a ham. And she cut off both ends of the ham when she made it. And she put it in the oven, and it tastes good, but he was still trying to figure out why she cut off both ends of the ham. He asked his new wife, honey, it was good, but why did you cut off both ends of the ham? She said to him, I really don't know. I have to ask my mother. Next time you see my mother, ask her why I do that. Next time he had the chance to meet the mother, he asked her the same question. He said, I'm really enjoying your daughter. She's a wonderful wife, but I need to understand, why is it that she cuts off both ends of the ham before she cooks it? She said she got it from you and doesn't understand why she does it. And she said, no. If you have a chance to go down there to North Carolina, ask my mother, because she does the same thing. A summer later, he happened to be able to go down to North Carolina, and he asked the grandmother, he said, Mother, I hate to trouble you, but I have a question that I must ask. I need to know why your daughter and your daughter's daughter cut off both ends of the ham before they cook it. They're messing up some good meat now, and I need to know why they're doing this. She didn't know, and I asked the grandma, your daughter, and she didn't know, so now I'm asking you. Grandma looked at him, and she said, oh, they doing that, huh? And she took her cane, and she began to wobble over to the pantry. She opened up her cabinet and she pulled it out. She said, you see this pan? This is the only pan I had big enough to cook a ham in. So I cut off both ends of the ham because I never had no pan big enough to fit a pan in.
And everybody's still
we're
doing it.
living in an age where folks are tired of messing up their meat. We're living in an exciting time when people have made up their mind, I'm not going to keep doing stuff I don't understand while I'm doing it, just because folks say I should be doing it. Well, is there anybody in here that made up your mind, I'm coming out of those rituals, those traditions that don't make no sense to me? I'm doing it in a new way. I don't care what moment it is. If it don't make sense, I ain't doing it. It's going to just a month ago, I was installed as the assistant pastor of Union Temple Baptist Church. Y'all, and it was so scary for me. It was so scary for me because I felt out of control. I felt like I had no say-so in what was going on in my life. I felt like, why I gotta do what everybody else want me to do. Anybody ever felt like that in your life? I had so much apprehension to the point where everybody was planning this big coming out party for me, and I wasn't ready to celebrate yet. I wasn't ready to make the leap, and I had some of my elders and my friends in the ministry come over and pray for me and pray with me to help me through that transition, because it was something that I felt and I knew inside of me. But I was so rebellious in my own mind to the church. Come on, y'all got to go with me. Because I understand that my calling is not to those four walls. I understand that my calling is beyond that. So when I begin to hear, you're going to be this, and this is what God has called you to, I begin to rebel, because I said, I don't want to be like all these preachers. I don't want to be so heavenly bound that I ain't no earthly good.
You better tell it, Nick.
And so we had the prayer service in the house, and Mama Helen was there. And she doesn't even know it, but she said something to me in that moment that made me completely surrender. She said in that moment, you sent yourself here to do this.
Look at her looking away.
She said, you sent yourself here to do this, so you might as well let go of all of that apprehension. Let go of all of that fear, because you sent yourself here to do this work. The divine within you has chosen this space and this time for you to come out. It was established before the foundation of the earth that this would be your moment, that this would be your time to shine. And although you have free will, you ain't got no choice. Because the greatness within you is crying to come out of you. The power that is within you is crying to be birthed into the earth. And your choice was when you chose to send yourself here to fulfill it. So the divine that is within you, that is the God in you, is the one that sent you here. And it is our fleshly mind, our fleshly self, that begins to doubt if it's possible. But I came to tell you, graduates, today that you're equipped with everything that you need. You are designed to create a life that you can't even imagine. It's beyond your wildest dreams. For the word says that I know the plans that I have for you. And can I let you know today that you need to stop looking at other folks trying to be like them. You need to stop comparing yourself to other folks, and that's why you feel like you don't fit in. That's why you never felt like there was a place for you, because there is nobody that looks like what God is going to do in you. There is no blueprint. So we walk around trying to be like somebody that can't even be who you were designed to be. Because there is no blueprint for the greatness that's within you. So I just want to briefly tell you, there are some things you need to come out with as you are in this place of transition and promotion. We have to understand that we must put into use and into practice everything that we've gained and learned, everything that we've grasped, everything that's been deposited in us. It is now our time to release it into the world. But there are some things that you must continue to do in your life. You must recognize, first of all, that you still have work to do. There's a parable, it's called the Secret Garden, not the Barry White version. But it's called the Secret Garden. And one of my professors shared it with me, and I was so blessed by it. He says, you know, as ministers, we have a secret garden, and we have a public garden. Our public garden is the garden that we attend to. It is the garden that has the beautiful flowers that we put on display for everyone to see. Look at the work that I've done. Look at the self-work that I've done. I know myself better. I am clear on my purpose. I'm clear on my vision. That is the public garden, but there is a secret garden that we don't share with everyone, and that is the place that we don't attend to. And because we don't attend to it, the weeds often overgrow in that area, and it gets ugly, and it's muddy, and it's not very well kept. But we are so efficient in our reputation that all we tend to is the public garden, while our secret garden continues to grow out of control. What I want to share with you today is that as you're out witnessing and blessing and ministering to other people, don't see their bad garden and look bad down on them. Don't see their overgrown garden as they expose their secrets to you and reveal their secrets and their pain and their hardship. Don't compare their overgrown garden to your public garden. Because you're always going to have some work to do. And if we as ministers aren't conscious of that, then our weeds will begin to grow over into our flowers and choke them out, and we will no longer be effective. So don't forget to tend to your garden. And what I want to share with you is that you've got to come out of your distractions. There are going to be some distractions. I know we're excited today, and we're excited about the fact that we made it through, but there will be some distractions to show up. There will be some moments that we're not so sure that we did the right thing. There will be some moments that we question our freedom and when we doubt the process that we've been through. But I want to tell you that in those moments, you've got to continue to keep going. You've got to continue to be focused on what's already on the inside of you. It's so easy to get distracted. I remember when I was in Atlanta, living in Atlanta, near campus, there was a Krispy Kreme donut. Anybody know? Anybody got a Krispy Kreme? Oh, I got a Krispy Kreme testimony. I know about the Krispy Kreme. I know about that hot sign. Yeah. I know about that hot sign that they put up in the window, and I was working out, and I was working on being more disciplined, y'all, and I made up my mind I'm not going to stop back his Krispy Kreme every day. I'm just not